Artlist.io.
You can't manage this, can't break this bond funded.
Hey guys, it's Madison,
and Coach Gravante.
and today we're going to be doing the Mount questionnaire. Starting it off, what is the best sandwich?
Best sandwich for me, Madison, is the traditional Thanksgiving sandwich. The whole Thanksgiving dinner between two pieces of bread, some mayonnaise, some pepper. Boom, you got it. And some gravy. Got to have some gravy.
Gotta have the gravy.
Got to have the gravy, man, for dipping purposes. Yep.
And what drink do you have with that?
Again, health-wise, I should drink water, but, with a meal like that, I like a Coke or a Pepsi.
What does the perfect Saturday look like for you?
Ooh, perfect Saturday for me, again, in this profession, is waking up on a home Saturday of a game and just getting after it. Trying to get up in the morning, get my workout out of the way, and then come up here by 10 o'clock and really see the eyes of our players as they come through the front door, down the hall, all smiles, man. That is a perfect Saturday for me.
What is the scariest animal?
Well, I would have to say a polar bear. All right, and the reason being is I've learned something that with bears, if it's black, fight back. If it's brown, get down. If it's white, say goodnight. And that to me says there's going to be no forgiveness with the polar bear. He's going to kill and eat you while you're alive. Yep.
Is there a close second?
I would have to say probably the Nile crocodile. Yep, just watching maybe. I like a lot of nature shows and just seeing some of the awesome, predator, clips of what they do. If some of those antelope get too close to the water, it's lights out.
Apples or oranges?
Oranges for the vitamin C, but I heard that apples are better, so I'm going to go with an apple.
Who or what motivates you?
You know what? I'm motivated when I see great things, right? Whether it be on the field, whether it be people who do more for others. That is really inspiring for me.
What is one thing you always wanted to try?
Well, some people would say, jumping out of a plane and doing skydiving. Not me. I'm not really into jumping out of a perfectly good plane, but I would rather leave it to something like, what do you call it, deep sea fishing, maybe go after a blue marlin or shark or I know white marlins from having a close friend, Charlie Horning, in the business of the White Marlin Open, and how awesome it is to catch one of those fish and the fight that you get out of them. I think that would be awesome to see. I don't know if I'd make it out there with seasickness or whatever, but I give it a shot.
What is your favorite childhood memory?
I think my favorite childhood memory is being an athlete, right? Playing Pop Warner football, really getting involved with lacrosse, playing baseball. I mean, basically played all the sports that were in season. So in the fall, it was football. In the wintertime, it was basketball. And then it transitioned to wrestling. In the springtime, it was both lacrosse and baseball. I played baseball until I was 16 years old, but I enjoyed all those sports. And then, enjoyed those years between 12 and 18 years old. That was a lot of fun.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And for athletes in that position now, what advice do you have for them about cherishing these moments?
Well, I would really encourage them to try to slow time, enjoy the moment, play other sports. Don't just make it all about one sport. Really develop as an athlete. When people ask me why you're so good as a lacrosse player, I would always answer I was an athlete.
Do you have a favorite action movie?
I liked action-packed movies, especially when Arnold was a younger man. I enjoy war movies with a good plot. I actually want to see the remake of Top Gun Maverick. Haven't seen it yet, but I enjoy movies that really capture my attention with action.
Flat or sparkling?
With the helmet that our guys have, the gold helmet, I have to go with sparkling.
If you weren't coaching lacrosse, is there another sport you'd be coaching?
I don't know, man. I sometimes say I'm the shortest basketball coach in the country. It's a 5-on-5 on the court, which I really enjoyed. That's why I was kind of upset with myself from going there to wrestling. Listen, I would have been a great player, practice player, in terms of really doing whatever the coach wanted me to do, and I would have been a hell of a cheerleader on the bench, because the height was never there, right? But I think that I would enjoy doing that. I might be able to transition what I know in the lacrosse game to the basketball court. It's not that different in terms of how you attack the hoop and how you attack the cage and some of the footwork and so on and so forth. So, I'd probably that, or I don't think I'd like to coach golf. I'd like to be better at it, but I think hoops would be something that I might be able to do with the youth guys who are shorter than me.
Do you have a favorite athlete?
I have a couple favorite athletes. I really enjoy the athlete who shows up, man. He goes to work every day and he has a great amount of humility in his life. Those other guys. There's several out there. I'm at a little bit of a brain stump right now, but there's plenty of professional athletes out there that I really enjoy watching because I know that they're going to show up every game. So I can just imagine how these men are at practice. And that's what we're looking for. Here at the Mount with our own guys. I want them to show up every practice and play like it's their last time.
What is the most used app on your phone?
I would probably say the text app. If texting is an app, I'm like a tech Neanderthal for crying out loud. But I like the group me that players set me up on. It's the quickest way to get to them, but also texting. I don't see a lot of young men really talking on their phone, and I learned over time, and some of them like, why don't you just call him, right? Or why don't you just call her? I mean, it's a faster way to it, but I've learned that nobody does that. Nobody talks to anybody more. I wish they would. Might transition to the field a little bit better with offense and defense, but, I use the text app,
If you had one song to listen to for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, that's so funny. There's a bunch of them, but I really enjoy, Queen, Under Pressure.
What number am I thinking of?
You know what? When you said that, I said 12. 12. And you want to know why I said 12?
Why?
Because 12 is the number I wore in college. It was good to me my senior year, man. So I said 12, man. What were you thinking of?
11. You were close though.
Right there, man. Right there. One off. How about that? 11 was good too. Never wore it.
If your life was a movie title, what would it be?
God, that's interesting. I guess I could refer back to the song, Under Pressure.
Well, thank you guys for watching. It's Madison.
And Coach Gravante.
And make sure to catch a game.